You all right?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Tanner.
I'm Nick.
And today we are talking about our favorite foods.
Favorite foods.
Intro.
Renderforce.com.
And we're back. All right, so today we are talking about our favorite
food.
This is going to kind of...
Topic, Nick. I'm sure everybody's excited here.
Oh, yeah.
Big man knows how to eat.
Good old Nick.
Big man knows how to eat. I want to hear his opinion.
Yeah, so, Nick, do you want to take it away?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to start with saying something. Me and Tanner talked briefly before we started this one, and I told Tanner, I said, well, I'm going to have to talk about some restaurants here. He's like, no, it's favorite foods. And I said, no, sir. A cheeseburger is not a cheeseburger. Not all cheeseburgers are the same.
Not all are created equal.
Exactly. So if I talk about my favorite foods, I have to talk about who's making them, because I like particular food from a certain area. For example, McDonald's chicken nuggets are not as good as Zaxby's chicken.
Yeah.
I'll debate you on that one too. McDonald's is not as good as Zaxby's.
I would rather eat dirt than eat McDonald's.
And I hate this. And this, okay. Dude, I got so much.
What's your favorite food?
I have so many. There's so many different things I like.
All right, let's do it this way. Let's start off like this, and then we'll add more to it. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life.
No, I'd get tired of it. You can't eat the same thing.
No. You have to choose one to eat the rest of your life.
All right, Chinese buffet. Rest of my life.
No, you get to pick one thing off the Chinese buffet.
No, it wouldn't be Chinese.
I love some Chinese food.
Chinese food is good. Oh my God, Chinese food is good.
What is the one thing? The number one, the pinnacle.
My favorite thing in the world to eat is... This may come back to bite me later, they'll know what I'm talking about later.
Oh,
yeah, later video you'll understand why I'm hesitant to share this, but I'm going to do it. My favorite meal in the entire world is me and Holly wake up on Sunday. Sometimes we'll cook a big breakfast for everybody, sometimes we won't. But my favorite thing right now is I go downtown Chattanooga to a restaurant, not a sponsor, called Embargo 62. I get a sandwich called the Elena Ruse. I get an Elena Ruse with 2 Cuban espressos and a thing of their fries, and I take my ketchup and mix it with the Hoff, is it? Hot sauce?
Oh yeah, the Hoff hot sauce.
Yeah, that's from Chattanooga.
It's made in Chattanooga. Yeah, Hoff has some, not a sponsor, has some really good barbecue sauce and some really good hot sauce.
Dude, I'm gonna cry. It's
that good?
It's so good. It is.
You're about to cry.
Nick
is literally about to cry.
It is. It's one of those things you bite, and you just feel it in your soul.
Wow.
You can feel it in your soul.
I'm gonna have to try this. You are visibly emotional.
It's good, man. It is my favorite thing. So when you ask me what my favorite food is, I have tons of favorite foods. If you ask me right now, what is your, if you could eat one, if we were going to put you on a deserted island for the next year, and you get one meal before you are banished, 1 year eating coconuts and, fish, what do you want to eat before that? That's exactly what it would be.
Wow.
That is my favorite thing right now. As you can tell, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. It's a little more intense than mine. Mine's
Dude, I like chips.
Mine's not emotional. I also have a lot of favorite foods I love to eat. I call myself a professional eater.
I'm sorry, but with me sitting next to you, that's just a little funny.
Well, I know, but like
I want to listen to the fat one. I feel like he knows more.
Well, the thing is, when I actually eat, I take my shit serious. Like,
he don't play around.
I will go somewhere. I will order the biggest platter they got, and the lady's like, "Do you need a box?" I'm like, "I'm not done yet," and I will finish it. Like,
please.
Like I'm talking like, okay. So my favorite My favorite type of food would have to be breakfast food. I love breakfast food. Biscuits and gravy.
Breakfast food is good. I actually prefer lunch.
But my favorite, if I had to eat this and only this, would have to be coconut shrimp.
Oh, coconut shrimp is good.
I absolutely
coconut shrimp is
love
good. Have you gone to
coconut
Bubba
shrimp.
Gump Shrimp? Got their coconut shrimp?
Yep. Any opportunity where I go anywhere and they have coconut shrimp on the menu, I order it.
I guess I'm getting so emotional because I've been dieting.
Yeah.
I've been on a diet for like 2 weeks trying to lose some weight before me and Holly go on our trip. So now we're talking food, and I can just remember what it's like to be just overeat and just...
Yeah. Carry on, Nick. What's another food that you love?
I'm not picky, but if I had to pick like my all-time favorite stuff that I absolutely like...
Yes.
Can you tell these are not scripted?
Yeah. Do you want me to go?
No, I can go because... one
favorite dessert?
Now, can I answer my food? I thought of a food.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I'll get dessert next. Dude, I love hibachi.
Oh, I love hibachi.
I love hibachi.
Hibachi's so...
Dude, I love the show. I love the food.
Now I want Soho. Not a sponsor.
Soho.
Oh, yeah.
We'll debate that another day. Or you're wrong.
You like Soho?
Soho's alright, but I mean, it's not the best. We'll debate for another video.
Carry on.
But no, man, the show, the taste.
Right.
Everybody, and I've seen everybody do it. Everybody will get their big old thing. What's the first thing they do as soon as the chef's like, white sauce?
Yep.
I don't actually prefer white sauce.
Really?
I prefer ginger sauce.
I was about to guess that.
Ginger sauce. Yep. What I like to do is everybody just takes a huge thing of white sauce. And there's one restaurant in Chattanooga that actually gives you a squeeze bottle, like a ketchup bottle, but it's white sauce, and people over the whole thing.
That's me.
I don't. What I like to do is I'm very particular. I've dedicated a long time to eating, so he's a master. He knows his job and he does it well. So what I like to do is I take about 50% white sauce, 50% ginger, and I only mix it in the rice. Okay. Now with the rest of the 50% I have, I actually mix those together, stir it up. The meat is to be dipped in that, and then the vegetables and rice is what has the concoction in it.
Wow.
It is perfect. That way you don't get like a big sloppy mess with just filling everything. You can appreciate the meat because I like to get the steak, like the beef, and some of that I can't remember what it's called. But it's seasoned. They took a piece of meat and they seasoned it. They prepared it. Right. They chopped it. He sit there and watched it. He cooked. He put on a show for you. Put it on your plate, and you drowned it in white sauce.
I'm guilty.
He might as well took a piece of cold bologna, put it on there, and covered it in white sauce, and you ate it. It ain't gonna taste any different to you. You savage. So what I like to do is I appreciate it. So I don't put the meat, like the steak, in with the rest of it, and I give it its own dip because I don't submerge it. That way you can appreciate the flavor of the meat that they cooked and the meat that they prepared. And if you do like the sauce, you can get a little of the sauce.
Right.
Now the rice and vegetables, I will mix that together. And notice the cups that they get. I don't use the full cup.
Right.
Half a cup. So I'm still getting the flavor of the rice and the vegetables. I just have a little undertone of the mixture of white sauce and ginger sauce together.
Wow.
I did not get this fat from not eating well, man. Why are you so surprised?
I didn't realize how emotional it would be.
Emotional roller coaster.
Right, yeah. Wow.
I didn't get emotional about that one.
I also love hibachi.
Hibachi's delicious.
I love hibachi. Along those lines, I don't know how to split these two apart.
Might be able to help with that.
If the opportunity comes for me to get a good steak, I will get a good steak. But
what's your favorite cut of steak?
I mean, you can't go wrong with a sirloin. I love a sirloin, but I also like a T-bone. What, are you a New York strip man?
Nail on the head. New York strip is the best cut of steak, in my opinion. It is the perfect amount and has the best flavor.
That's because you've never had a Kobe sirloin.
I haven't had a Kobe anything. I haven't had it.
Okay.
The only thing I've had that's Kobe was a piece of beef jerky.
Right.
And I laid on the floor and wept.
Yeah.
You can give me a Kobe.
Glorious.
Give me a Kobe. Give me a New York strip of some Kobe steak.
Mm-hmm. But
I can't go back to anything else.
More,
I couldn't eat steak again.
right? Yeah,
I
could. Yeah, it would ruin it.
A ruined steak.
So I really enjoy steak, but more than steak, something that's like, if it's on the menu, I'm getting it, is ribs. I love ribs. I love everything about ribs, except for North Carolina. I don't know what is wrong with you people. You fucked. How do you fuck ribs? You fucked ribs.
How do they do it? What are you talking about?
Okay, so
they use mustard, don't they?
story time. Okay, so
Tanner hates mustard.
they use mustard
Tanner hates mustard
on ribs. What is wrong with you people? Ugh. Okay, so we went to the Citadel, which is the military college. We're on our way back, and my colonel is literally like, "Oh, guys, we're gonna stop and get the best ribs of your life." And I was like,
and Tanner went,
no, man. I was like, I heard ribs and went, "Now you fucked up."
You buy?
I'm about to eat this place out of existence, baby. Let's go. Okay, and we get in there, and I order it, and I'm like, "Okay, where's the sauce?" And they're like, "Oh no, it comes in our own sauce." And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be banging." Like, because a good sauce can make or break.
Oh yeah.
A rib. Okay, and they set down.
You can just, with the right sauce, you just about to get a turd.
Oh yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
have the right sauce on.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Not a sponsor. Pretty sure Sweet Baby Ray's.
Oh,
put
Sweet
that
Baby
on
Ray's.
something. I'd eat anything.
But Sweet Baby Ray's can take jank barbecue into fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But go ahead, I'm interrupted. Sorry.
Back to my story. So I'm sitting there, and dude, like the kitchen's over there. I'll never forget it.
Tanner's probably sweating at this point.
Oh, dude, it almost ruined ribs for me, and I love it. It's one of my favorite meals of life. Like ribs. Okay.
I got emotional when I talked about the Elena Ruse, but you with ribs right now.
Sorry.
You need some Adderall.
Sorry.
You all right?
No. Okay, so
Jump at your chair.
If you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, no offense. The only reason, literally the only food on the planet, which is the reason why I could not be a vegan or a vegetarian, is ribs. Ribs is the one meal I do not. I'm pretty sure I could give up hamburgers because like I've had like some black bean burgers that were damn good. Not as good as a cheeseburger, but
have you tried the
very
Impossible Burger?
No, but I want to.
Holly, we went down to Atlanta to a restaurant called the Aquarium, and she got the Impossible Burger. Dude, it tasted like beef, dude.
Yeah, see?
Look at me, and I'm like, I bit it and was like, it does a little difference.
Yeah.
But if you would have told me, I've been like, maybe they used like a gas grill. Maybe this is the way they cooked it. You couldn't tell that there was no meat in that thing. They make fake meat now that bleed. Another day.
Another one. Anyways, but I sat down, dude. I'm so excited for these ribs. I'm bouncing. I'm like, oh my
like right now.
God, I'm so excited for these fucking ribs. And then they set down this yellow slop.
This putrid.
in front of me with these two glorious looking pieces of rib. And I just kind of stared at it, and I was like, I just kind of looked up at the woman and was like, "Why are my ribs yellow?" And she was like, "That's our sauce." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "That's your bar." I said,
"Look at it, poke it."
No. I literally looked at her and said, "This is your barbecue sauce." And she said, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, maybe they fucking tint it or something." And I smelt it and was like, "Okay."
I don't believe you because Tanner can. I have made food for Tanner before and put mustard in something. He's walked in the door and went, "Well, you got some mustard. I don't eat mustard." You do that. There's no way you smelled the ribs and
I
didn't get mustard.
I did.
You didn't smell the mustard?
No, there was no mustard smell.
Okay.
But, that's the thing. Whatever they mix the slop with.
But I'm not joking. Tanner will walk in a room and he can be like, "I can smell mustard."
Oh, yeah.
And it's nasty.
Oh, yeah. No,
Do you hate mayonnaise too?
I will eat mayonnaise, but I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise.
No, I think it's my brother.
But like sad story time. We went and we ate at Checkers. My first time ever eating at Checkers. I ordered the barbecue burger, and I'm like, with no mustard. The woman literally goes, "Oh, our burger doesn't come with mustard on it." And I go, "That's fucking awesome because I hate mustard." So as long as and I literally told her through the speaker, as long as it doesn't have mustard on it, I'll be fine. "Oh yeah, it doesn't come with mustard." When I ate my burger, she handed it out the window. As it passed my face, I went, "There's mustard on my burger." She sat it down, and I looked at the woman and was like, "Did you put mustard on my burger?" She said, "The bacon burger?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, the bacon burger." She said, "No, there's no mustard on your bacon burger." I started driving back to Georgia. Guess what was on my bacon burger?
Ketchup.
Mustard! The lying Oh.
Watch your language.
Anyways.
Mind your profanity.
Off the side story, back to the main story. I smell it and I'm like, okay, it doesn't smell like mustard. And I go to take a bite. And I'm talking about, these are like $15 ribs for two little ribs. Yeah. So I'm like, and as soon as it touches my tongue, I just about puke my guts up. And I literally, I just set it back down and I push it away. And my sergeant is over there and he's like, why aren't you eating those ribs? Those are very, very expensive ribs. And I was like, yeah, because they fucked them up.
You did not say that in front of Sergeant.
Well, not the Sergeant.
I'm about to say,
that's what I'm thinking.
I know you did not say that.
That's what I'm thinking. I used to not curse, and that was a time when I didn't curse.
Because they them up.
Yeah.
That's what Tanner would have said.
Yeah, that's what was going through my head, and I was like, they messed up ribs. That's what I actually said.
They ruined ribs.
And, yeah. Oh, my God. And he was like, these are Carolina-style ribs. I was like, I don't ever want to eat Carolina-style ribs again in my life. Like, and I didn't eat them. I did not eat them. My sergeant was pissed.
If we did the podcast then the following day, Tanner been like, do we need to get rid of some states? The Carolinas an example.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But yeah, so the Carolinas almost ruined one of my absolute favorite meals, and I will
ruin ribs.
How do you fuck ribs?
Because I want to bring up one thing about ribs. My wife Holly, she tries to eat mainly like vegetarian and vegan. Unless you put some ribs in front of her.
Oh, yeah.
She'll look at some ribs and go...
Yeah, that's my girl. There you go.
Ribs, they're good. Mm-hmm. They're good. We hadn't ate pork in a very long time. Mm. And then we went to Fridays.
Yeah.
And they had the Jack Daniels ribs.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it because we don't have Fridays anymore in Chattanooga.
No.
Thanks, Chattanooga.
Woo! Ooh. All right, Nick.
I did not think this conversation would be so emotional.
I didn't either.
I have cried. Tanner's face has turned red. He has yelled and screamed.
I did not think that food was going to be this big of a conversation.
Well, look in American society. Everything we do, we eat.
Everything.
Every time we get together.
Every party, every reunion, everything is food.
Human civilization has been built around food.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe it's normal we get so caught up in it, talking about it. Yeah. So we're going to end it with desserts.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you get everything out. You go ahead with your dessert. Everything out of your system.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I'll tell you what my favorite dessert is. My favorite dessert.
One. Huh? One dessert. You only get one.
Now I'm go ahead. Now I'm second guessing. Now you're like one dessert. I'm like,
okay, so little backstory.
I need to think about it.
Little backstory.
For 5 minutes.
Tanner, speaking in third person, does not like sweets. I don't like candies. I don't like chocolates. I definitely don't like chocolate. But I will eat it if the situation ever arises.
Why don't you talk about
mustard?
Why don't you talk about how every time your best friend throws a party, everybody gets the normal chocolate because my wife makes goodie bags. Everybody gets
I get.
Tanner gets white chocolate and fruit flavor.
Yeah,
because Tanner doesn't like hot chocolate.
Whenever I do eat candies or anything, they are like fruit flavored or they're white chocolate. I don't like chocolate. So I'm not a big cake.
What about dark chocolate?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a big cake person. I'm not a big sweets person. But whenever I do have to eat sweets for like my birthday and stuff, my mom never gets me.
Have to eat sweets, like
it's mandatory. You have to eat it on like birthdays and stuff. Cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Dude, a cheesecake so made right is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's the best in the whole world. Cheesecake is the one, and it's one of those things of like when I sit down and there's a cheesecake, I become that. I put on my bandana and I'm like Rocky, and I'm like,
it's true. I forgot about that.
I got my professional eater.
I had a birthday where we had cheesecake, and you put on.
I'll eat the whole thing. I will eat the whole cheesecake in one sitting. I will eat the whole cheesecake.
He will. He won't stop.
I will eat the whole I'll be sick as a dog, and I'll be like, it's so good. I can't stop. I'm gonna regret this tomorrow.
It's like the. Do you remember the? Was it Narnia? The Chronicles of Narnia?
Oh yeah.
Where the witch puts the kid in the sleigh, and she offers him like the best candy or whatever ever, and he can't stop eating it.
Can't
like,
stop.
I think until like he dies.
That's
or
cheesecake.
Something. That's Tanner with cheesecake.
God,
the witch
so
had cheesecake
good.
in there, and Tanner was like, I can't stop.
Yeah. I love some cheesecake.
My turn.
Go for it. Brace yourself, folks. It's about to get real.
Me and Holly, one Saturday, went over to... We don't say names, right? No, we don't say names.
Say whoever you want. I say names.
Tanner says names. We originally agreed we're not going to say names.
Shout out to all my peeps.
But we went over to the rabbi's house.
Right.
And she had cooked a huge meal. And everything was delicious. But she had a dessert from Israel. Tanner.
What was it?
I can't remember what the name of it was. I can't remember. If I message Holly, I'll remember the name of it. I might need to do that real quick. Go ahead and message Holly. What was the name of that dessert? I'll look it up. But Tanner.
Is it that good?
Nothing I've ever eaten has ever compared.
Really?
Nothing. No dessert, no restaurant. I can't. That's why when you said, what is your favorite dessert? And I told you at the beginning that I am not about just what a brand of food is, but where it comes from and who makes it.
Right.
But she gave me an Israeli dessert. There's no words. There's no words.
I must try this dessert.
I'm going to look it up real quick, see if I can find it.
I mean, we're from the South, guys, so, like, we eat pies like it's going out of business. A blueberry pie, a little bit of ice cream on top, banana pudding. We eat some bad stuff down here in the South. So I'm very interested to see what this is that you're talking about.
I'm trying to look it up on here, see if I can find it.
I'll take over. Since Nick's looking into his dessert, I want to talk about a few foods that I am passionate about. And some of these are going to be Southern. Let's be for real. Most of them are going to be Southern. Biscuits and gravy, folks. I love biscuits and gravy. Really breakfast food in general. Biscuits and gravy is probably the biggest one. If we go to like Cracker Barrel, I can eat them out of house and home with biscuits and gravy. Eat my weight in biscuits and gravy. Pancakes with blueberry syrup on top. Oh my God. So good. Cheesy eggs and bacon. Oh, huge fan. Huge. But breakfast food in general.
I think that's it.
I think we found it, folks.
I think that's it.
I think we found it.
Hold on, let me go down to the list and make sure. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tanner. I thought I found it. I got really excited.
Back to my stuff. Breakfast food is a huge love of mine. Anytime, like I would eat breakfast food at any time, any moment during the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I would eat breakfast food.
Found it. It was called babka.
Babka.
Nothing.
What is babka?
I'm trying to remember. It was like...
What is babka?
That's the thing, I don't remember. It was chocolatey, I remember. But dude...
Okay, paint me a picture, Nick. Paint me a picture.
Of the dessert?
Yeah, as I come down from my breakfast high.
I don't remember... Like, what it
was. Was it pudding?
No, it wasn't pudding. It was like...
Was it a cake?
Kind of like a cake. But maybe it was rolled. I can't remember. All I remember, she put the slice of it, and I was like, chocolate. And I put it in my mouth, and I almost wept. I almost wept. I put that in my mouth. It was the perfect... It was the perfect dessert.
How was the texture?
It was... Oh my gosh, I can't...
How was the flavor?
If you saw heaven, how would you describe it?
Oh, wow.
If you saw heaven, how could you possibly describe that to mortal ears?
I couldn't.
It was chocolatey. It was fluffy. It was... You know what? I can't. You're just going to have to eat it. You're just going to have to either go to Israel or you're going to have to try to import that here. Because I can't do it justice. It was absolutely... Words, I can't.
Best dessert ever.
We're going to have to end it. I can't.
And guys, that is another podcast.
Now I don't have it. Now I'm going to get upset. Now I'm going to want it, and you can only get it in Israel. Like, you can get it made here.
Right.
But
it's not
I want Israeli.
Yeah.
But, oh well, go ahead.
So guys, that's going to end another one. thank you for watching. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment, like, and subscribe.
The emotions that came throughout this episode.
Yeah.
I cried in the beginning. Tanner got furious.
Yeah.
Tanner got so happy talking about breakfast. I went to a plane of paradise talking about babka. And now I am feeling sad that I don't have any of that food.
Yeah, I know. No, like...
Literally, emotional roller coasters in this one. Our most emotional... our favorite foods. Emotional.
That's going to be the title. So we ate right before this podcast, and after this, I want to eat again. It's crazy. But if you're on the podcasting app, please give us a review. Even if you give us a 1-star review, if you don't like our podcast, please review it and let us know, because that helps the algorithm, and even a negative review gets us
Or
out
if you want to give us a 5-star review, hey, that's cool too.
And if you haven't liked or checked out our Facebook page, please check it out. It's at Witty Banter Official. Yep. All lowercase. Please check us out there.
And once again, don't forget YouTube. We're also on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe.
That was the first one I said.
You said YouTube?
Mm-hmm. I said be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't pay attention very much.
Babka.
I got food on the brain.
See you guys.